Hello, Tobias again with part 3 of my Tom Daniels group build. Things are coming along pretty well. This is for the Snoopy's World War I Flying Ace. It's going to be a companion piece for my Red Baron model. As you can tell, it's yellow with orange trim. That's coming along real well. I've got the interior all in orange right now. The padded leather portion will later be painted into some shade of leather, maybe black, maybe brown, maybe tan. I'm not sure exactly. Whatever is going to complement the model best. I've got the 6-cylinder triple carb Blue Flame 53 Corvette engine. This is actually out of an AMT kit with portions of it out of a monogram kit also. If it fits okay, I will be putting this into the kit, into my Flying Ace. If it doesn't fit, I will go ahead and stick with the 289 Cobra engine that comes with the kit. For sure it will fit. As I mentioned before, it was missing exhaust pipes, but I got a spare set of trumpet exhausts from a Tijuana taxi that I can fit onto the 289 block, because it's basically the same engine as used in both kits. Did I mention the Spandau? This is a 128 scale Fokker triplane Spandau. I'm working on turning that into a Vickers machine gun. Nice, one that would have been used by the British, or also used in the Sopwith Camels and Spads and such. So there's a very good Allied machine gun. So I've got that one. I've also ordered a 128 scale Lewis photo etched machine gun. I've never built a photo etch, so that's going to be a real challenge. I was trying to scratch build one. It wasn't working too well, so maybe I'll be better off with the photo etched kit. We'll see how it works. So one of those two machine guns will be used, or maybe both of them will be used. I haven't gotten that far yet also. The doghouse, though, I've done a pretty good job with Snoopy's doghouse. This is actually the second attempt at building it. You'd think something this simple would be easy, but nothing is really easy, I guess, when you're scratch building. Nice black lines. They were a little bit of a trick to engrave and everything, and then I painted them black, and then I've done orange paint over it. It's an orange sherbet. The reason I went with orange is because Snoopy's doghouse was orange, and the it's a great pumpkin Charlie Brown. So where he first introduces the Flying Ace, it's nice and streaked to give it a nice wood look to it. If you notice here in the front of it, it says Snoopy. Those letters were cut out of the copyright statement off of the Hangman decal sheet, actually. So somewhere in there it says monogram, all rights reserved, copyright, blah blah blah. So I had to cut those out and put it on there. That took a good half hour all on its own. I still got to seal those, so hopefully they'll work out okay. But I'm pretty happy with the doghouse overall now. I've still got to do some interior work on it, get his Van Gogh in there, things of that nature. So we'll see how that's going. Now in the decals, in the book Snoopy and the Red Baron, he has a British roundel on the doghouse, and I was thinking I could do that, but instead I decided I wanted to make it more American. And so what I did was came up with these, which are some of my favorite American markings for aircraft, which are the red-centered stars. These were used just shortly before World War I, and then after World War I, all the way up to the beginning of World War II. And they were actually used on American Spad 13s after the war, but not during the war. During the war, the Americans used a roundel similar to what the British used and the French used. The only difference is the American roundels had a white center, followed by a red circle and then a blue circle, whereas the I believe the French had a blue center and the British had a red center. So in any case, they all had a similar roundel, and the American roundel was also very close to what the Russians used. So in any case, I decided I wanted to go with the star. I know it isn't historically accurate for Snoopy. It also isn't historically accurate for World War One. But hey, it's a fantasy model and it's my model, so I can use whatever decal I want. And so I'm going to go with those. And seeing how I ended up picking up SPAD 13, I'm going to also incorporate some portions of that 1/48 scale model into my Flying Ace model, which is even more of a stretch because Snoopy actually flew a Sopwith Camel according to Helm. But I'm going to do a little leeway here and mix it up a little bit, use a SPAD, which is what the Americans flew, which would be historically accurate if Snoopy were World War One flying ace with the Americans. Of course, if he was a World War One ace with the Americans, he would have never seen the Red Baron because he would have already been dead. So a lot of things are not going to be perfect, but for me, it'll be perfect. So that's where I'm at right now. Talk to you later, and next time hopefully I'll have some of this stuff built and looking good. See you soon.